Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name is Nick and today guys we're going to be jumping down into the world of XRP, reviewing that price action, what's been going on and what I think is likely to happen next. Now as I get into this video, if you find it useful and informative, smash that like button, I really do appreciate that. If you are new to the channel then why not go ahead and subscribe, and if you haven't yet joined us in Discord, what are you waiting for? You really are missing a trick. Check it out, linked in the description below. It's a fantastic community talking crypto 24/7. It's completely free and I genuinely don't think you'll be disappointed by what you find down there. So why not go ahead and check it out? Let's waste no more time. Let's jump right down into the desktop and take a look at what's been going on with the price action of XRP. So let's go ahead and take a look, right? So we can see that we have a bit of a move to the upside here in the last kind of few hours or so. And let's go ahead and reflect on the structure of this. We are looking for a three-wave pattern. It does look like that is where we currently sit, and pretty much there's a potential for a smaller move up there, but it's pretty much done. 64.05 would have been where I would have estimated it to actually kind of finish, but I think I'm missing the wick low here. Let me just go ahead and check that a little bit there. So the wick low on this one comes in at 61.908. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this on 0.8. And our actual high should have been 64.036. We came up here a little bit towards the 63.866, so a little bit short. But you can see also that 50 EMA being resistance as well. So I'm quite happy to think that that three-wave structure is done. It's got close enough to the typical area that you'd expect it to. And there isn't really terribly too much more to the upside to be had. Now, it's possible that it can move up a little bit further there, but I'm not too concerned about it. If it does, it does, and that's fine. Ultimately, we're coming to the end of the C-wave structure here. There are a couple of fair value gaps that were left behind. You can see these on the chart here. Now, these fair value gaps, they're created from the imbalances in the order books. We speak about this fairly reasonably. I haven't done it for a little while here, so maybe I will just jump on through. So this, by the way, guys, is the XRP USDT 𝗕𝗘𝗪 spot exchange. And so if I come over to 𝗕𝗘𝗪 and we go over to the trade area, spot trading, and I think we've got XRP right here. We just give that a quick click. That's going to load up the trading view chart for XRP USDT, essentially the same chart as I'm using here, right? But this time we can see the order books over this side, as well as the chart. And obviously we can place orders and things like that directly here. So if you're looking for a new exchange that has XRP on spot, well, the affiliate link for 𝗕𝗘𝗪 is in the description below. We'll probably talk more about 𝗕𝗘𝗪 later. But for now, as you can kind of see, the fair value gaps that get created here. This is on a 3-minute time frame for some reason. We'll take it to the hourly. So these fair value gaps right in here, these ones, you can see them, right? So let me go ahead and just draw on this fair value gap, right? This is created because there's an imbalance in these order books, right? So as this selling pressure starts to occur and as we start to move on down, what happened here is a large sell order occurred that there wasn't enough buyers to fill. So price has to go down and find the buyers. So the sellers and the buyers, they always have to match up, right? You can't just sell something if there isn't a buyer there. This is called liquidity. And so when liquidity isn't in the price range, you can see here the price range being 64.01 and 65.265, there's low liquidity or no liquidity, right? Basically liquidity didn't exist here. And so price has to go from the high range to the low range to be able to fill those sell orders, find the buyers, find the liquidity. And as such, the gap gets left behind. And the gap, unfortunately, is something that more than likely will get filled out. Okay, and I say unfortunately, it's actually a positive in this particular case. So as we can see here, price is starting to work its way back up towards it. Now, there was a fair value gap over here as well, right? And we can see this one got filled out, okay? And so price wants to go and fill and put liquidity to where liquidity wasn't by filling these fair value gaps. Okay, so that's kind of what goes on there. Let's come back into our chart over this side, right? So knowing that we've got a couple of fair value gaps here, one at 64.010 and to 65.265, and then we've got one over here at 65.630 to 66.213. These are the two ranges that eventually at some point we will likely move up towards. Okay, but I don't suspect we're going to fill those out until we've probably finished off our structured move to the downside, which we're still looking for a slight move deeper. Now, I was looking at this structure as well, and I was wondering to myself, did I make a miscalculation? Am I thinking that this is impulsive, and I'm pretty sure I remember checking it yesterday as zigzag-based patterns, which is what led us into a W, X, Y, and X and Z pattern, taking us down a little bit deeper. And I still think that is exactly what is going on here. This three-wave pattern isn't terribly too unusual, so we should be expecting a zigzag to come on down, also an impulsive movement to the downside to finish off the zigzag pattern. So I still expect a 5-wave drop once we're going to complete this move. We're open the overbought range on the 1 hour time frame, and we're overbought on the 4 hour time frame as well. Now, if I follow Bitcoin and I follow some of these other altcoins, they kind of show a very similar path. A little move up, followed by a bigger move to the downside. So over today, I suspect that we are likely to see a bigger move for Bitcoin and for XRP as well to the downside, as the people try to, or as traders basically try to get the weekly close positions. Now, if I come to a weekly time frame, we can see here that we're heading down towards the 0.236 fib scale. And so for the most part, that's kind of where I'm thinking we are likely to kind of land. This is also an area of previous resistance. It's about 57 cents. Do I think that's going to happen today? No. I think for the most part, the weekly close is going to have to just be where it sits, somewhere in this range. I don't suspect it's going to be above the 70 cent. If it can't break above the 70, then it's not going to be above that 30% fib level. So for the most part, nothing terribly too much from that kind of point of view. As you can kind of see, as I said with previously, if I was to trade this, I'm going to be trading it on the BitGet platform. I do 100% of my trades on BitGet, and 90 to 95% of all my spot trades are done on BitGet. Okay, now there's many reasons to use BitGet as an exchange. Personally, I think it's a very easy and intuitive platform to use, and it's better than some of the other ones I've used in the past. I use it as my go-to, and I use it for, as I said, pretty much all of my spot trades where possible, and I'm encouraging BitGet to list as many of the cryptocurrencies that we talk about on the channel as well, so that people can, trade the same kind of cryptocurrencies that we do. And so the thing with BitGet and all these kind of cryptocurrencies exchanges is it's best to have access to as many as possible, right? So in bull markets, if you're new to the space, you probably won't be familiar. If you're a veteran of crypto, you'll know all too well that in a bullish market, some of these exchanges under load, where so many people are trying to log on at the same time, sometimes go down. They just basically, you just can't get on. You can't get on to basically sell your cryptocurrency. And that's really problematic if you only are using one cryptocurrency exchange. So the best strategy I found and developed over the last few years or so is to have access to as many as possible. Sign up to them. If you need to do KYC, do KYC. If you don't, you don't. And basically what you do is basically you get familiar with each platform. You understand how to onboard, how to offload, and how to kind of, withdraw and how to deposit, right? And how to trade, whether that is leverage or whether that is spot trading. Once you're familiar with all these platforms, you're well set for when the bullish market comes and, there's so much demand for these exchanges. You're ready, you're set to good to go. Meaning that if one of your favorite exchanges like Binance, for example, or Coinbase isn't letting you log on for whatever reason, you also have a backup. Now, personally, I use BitGet as my go-to platform, and I have things like Binance, Coinbase, KuCoin, Gate.io, Bittrex, you name it, right? They are all essentially my backups for BitGet, and I'm familiar with the platforms as well, right? So this is a great idea to kind of make sure you have access to as many as possible, because under certain bullish environments, it's very, very difficult to log on to some of these platforms. So not only is XRP available on leverage and on spot with BitGet, but obviously it's a fantastic platform that I personally use every single day pretty much. So the affiliate link in the description below for BitGet, if you do use that, you'll be eligible for up to $8,000 of rewards depending on how much you deposit and trade on the platform. We also use that affiliate link for our own trading competition down in our Discord server. So if you're a trader, why not check that out as well? More details are found in our Discord. It's not affiliated with BitGet. It's not affiliated with YouTube or anything like that. It's just something that we do down in our Discord server. So yeah, well worth checking it out. So coming back here, as I said, I've got this long position, this idea of a long position on XRP. And if I'm to do this, I'm going to be looking at where my entry is, right? And my entry at the moment is right down on this previous area of demand, right? So I would be looking at this anywhere around 59 cents. Now, the stop loss is a little bit wide at the moment. I'd probably put it below the 200 EMA for now, but the swing low would be probably better. You're looking for a good risk reward ratio, and I would be targeting out a nice move to the upside here. But until we get structure, it's really hard to be really clear as to kind of where that's going. I wouldn't be looking to trade any of these smaller movements just yet. I'd be looking for the bigger move, which I think is likely to occur soon, but I'm looking for this tap down just lower than 60 cent. I think that's going to be the area to kind of go long on the market. Essentially, we're looking to lose the 50 EMA as support, and we're looking to come down into this previous area of demand, more of supply to turn it into demand. That's what we're looking for here. But we do need a nice tight stop loss on this one to minimize any potential theoretical losses on that. But for the most part, that's kind of my approach to it. Now, obviously, I'm not a financial advisor. I cannot give you financial advice. That's just my thoughts and opinions on this one. Looking at the structure, looking for a WXY, X, and Z to the downside, looking for us to come down into this demand area is going to set us up quite nicely for a very nice long position where we can see probably on a spot swing trade point of view, a good maybe, let me actually go ahead and grab my percentage move here. A good 20%, maybe even upwards towards 30, and with leverage, that's incredibly insane amount of potential. So one of those things to kind of keep a close eye on. Although, guys, I don't think there's terribly too much more to kind of talk about when it comes to the price action of XRP right now. I think we just got to let it play out for the next few hours, see kind of what moves unfold. So I think I'm going to wrap this video up right there. If you found it useful and informative, smash that like button. I do appreciate that. If you are new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe? And if you haven't yet joined us in Discord, why not check it out? Link for that is in the description down below. Until the next one though, guys, have a fantastic day.